Hello. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night. Good day. Excuse me, I must have a drink of coffee. I hope you are all doing well today and have been doing well. Um, so today is March 10th, 2022. It is Thursday. And I have pulled out of the self-care book. I thought that I would read um, an affirmation for us today, and I will take a picture of this and post this at the bottom. Excuse me. And then I would draw a fairy card. So, also, really quickly, I wanted to talk just briefly, really quick, about the moon. It's in the first quarter right now, which looks like a half moon, but that's not the actual term for it. It's a quarter moon. And it's waxing, it's getting bigger, so it's a good time right now to kind of check in with yourself and kind of refocus on what you're working on and really accelerate the projects that you are putting your work into. Being, it's time to be ambitious. So really get moving, be ambitious. Refocusing on picking up the pace for what you're building, what you're working towards, making forward strides. And this is the time, and this is the time and the place that the intentions you're setting will begin to establish themselves. So if you've been working on a project for work or a creative endeavor, or even just mentally working with a therapist, the time now is to kind of check back in with yourself and continue doing what you're doing, but pushing forward more and being very ambitious about it, getting it done, because the full moon will be coming up soon, and then it will be coming into fruition, and you can do some full moon work then. So that's just kind of a side note. That's the today is the quarter moon. So here, let's shuffle these once. So that was just kind of, give you a little bit of info. Check back in with yourself, reestablish what you're working on, and then really move forward with it. So this is really neat. I thought this was beautiful when I opened it up this morning. So it says, when I loved myself enough, I began leaving whatever wasn't healthy. This meant people, jobs, my own beliefs and habits, anything that kept me small. My judgment called it disloyal. Now I see it as self-loving. This is something I have a problem saying no to people. I'm sure a lot of you probably are on the same page as that. I don't put up a lot of boundaries when it comes to work. And when I opened this up this morning, just before I turned the camera on, I normally would have just opened one up for us, but I thought this is something we all needed to hear. Because when we do love ourselves in a healthy manner, we start to disassociate from the things that have maybe triggered us, or unhealthy habits, etc. And sometimes you feel guilty for leaving toxic people or toxic things behind, and you feel like you are being disloyal. But and the truth of it is, you're putting up boundaries, healthy boundaries, and you're taking care of your inner self, which is the most important thing. So now I see it as self-loving. So I will take a picture of this and show post this at the bottom for you, and you guys can look at this and have a really good reminder of taking care of yourself. Okay, so there's that. Now let's get to the fairy card. So I didn't not really focusing on too much today. I just think since we've talked about the what we're working on, things that we need to be doing, I really just want us to get a message today to kind of think What do we need to, what can we focus on just for today, not worrying about other things in the future, even in the next few days? What can we do maybe to kind of have a little fun today, um, and give us a little bit of relief? I feel like we kind of need that right now. So let's see. Okay. That one's coming. That one's the first one, though. Okay. So, all right. I picked two. Wow. Okay. So the first one that came up that I had picked that was coming is self-reliance. Self-reliance. So, kind of self-explanatory, but what we just talked about really being, all of those cards that we've had in the recent the past few weeks, taking care of yourself, being honest with yourself, has really led up to this one now, the self-reliance card. You are your own best friend and can provide for yourself emotionally and physically. And then the card right after that was sexuality. So we have cards that are talking about you can be your own best friend and don't look, for outside influence. Don't look for outside resources for fulfillment, for yourself. Don't fill yourself up with material things, physical things. That's not what I meant. Don't use, from my personal experience, don't use sexuality as a weapon or a release. Sometimes it can be used as, like you don't know how to. You can have a sexual addiction sometimes, but that's besides the point. I'm getting off track. The self-reliance, don't look for outside things to fill you up. You can do this on your own. All those cards that we got have been leading up to this. It's all within you, us. It's all within us. The sexuality card is going to be about honoring our sexual feelings, whether or not we need just affection, or if we are needing to make love, or if it's something to do with relationships. I will read to you what and this is really funny. So self-reliance and sexuality, which I pulled, self-reliance and sexuality, literally side by side in this book. They come right after the other. Sexuality comes right after self-reliance. So the sexuality one, it just says your sexual self needs some attention. By drawing this card, you're urged to be honest again with yourself about your sexuality and to take the appropriate steps. This card talks about being guided to heal any sexual issues you may have. Also, obviously, if you were sexually abused, something, take care of yourself mentally, get some therapy. If you have problems body image wise, all of these cards are just like, love yourself. It's just like, they're all screaming out, the ones we've been getting. Just somebody keeps needing to hear, or else we all do, that we have the power inside of us to take care of ourselves, to be happy, to be content, and we have the power to change it when it's not going the right direction for us. I like Kelly Clarkson. I don't know if you guys watch her or not. I like Kelly Clarkson saying, at the end of her show, she says something like, if it, have a great day, and if it's not, change it. Change it. We can do that. We have every right and the capability of changing when we are in a bad mood. And I know that it's hard. I know that it takes a lot of effort and energy, but we have the power. We have the power. I feel like what is that, He-Man? Sorry. So, I mean, that's really cool. So for today, check in with yourself, see where you're at with your projects, your work, whatever you're doing. Again, remind yourself that you have it within you. You have the capability to do this. And also, love yourself with your body, okay? Accept flaws. Accept that you may not be a size 6 or whatever you want to be, but you're still beautiful, okay? We're not perfect human beings, and we're not meant to be. So embrace the flaws. That's what makes us beautiful. Okay. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much again for being here. Love you. I will see you soon.